Good afternoon, ma'am. We'd like to start this session. By first, we'd like to thank ma'am for joining us on this session, and I'd also like to introduce Panchajanya before we start off. Panchajanya, the divine conch of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, which was blown during Kurukshetra, indicating the start of the Dharma Yuddha that followed. There are all the efforts were done for the establishment of Dharma. Dharma was kept over personal relations and motives. Keeping the same motive in mind, our organization will work towards establishing the importance and necessity of following and imbibing Bharatiya culture, accepting our roots, and making people realize the true essence of Ayurveda, not only as a treatment modality, but also as a way of life. All these while walking in the path of Dharma. Hence, the motto is Prem Bharatiyam Arogyam Ayurvediyam. The founders of this organization started this because we felt the need to spread the knowledge of Bharatiya culture, Ayurveda, the true history of Bharata Rashtra, and values to all the strata of people in every corner of the world. Also, the founders, being Ayurveda aspirants, know the inside out of today's medical field. Hence, they aim to make people aware of this and also try their best to solve this on the go. This is an organization that is created by 28 young, energetic individuals of the 21st century, that is Gen Z, where all have left behind their differences, insecurities, and have come together united for the betterment of this great nation and its heritage as a whole. We are Panchajanya, recognize each and every individual's true potential and make sure that they reach their maximum. Everyone who is part of this family performs on their own will, but within the limits of service and contribution. When one becomes part of this organization, he or she will surely feel proud and honored when carrying out the activities. Weaknesses become strength when all are united in the process of progress, in the process of doing good for the society. And that's how the environment is at Panchajanya. No one is considered superior or inferior to any and all will get a chance to show their interest, love, and devotion towards Bharat and rich legacy. Our main goal is to reach every individual in creating awareness of our ancient knowledge and wisdom, its efficacy in the modern era, and link with the current ongoing affairs. Its revival, and most importantly, bringing everyone together and working towards establishing a strong system. In order for all these to be achieved, we've set up various wings with working principles and objectives that help achieve the goals faster and easier in the coming years. They are Ahilya Bhai Wing, Swami Vivekananda Wing, Karanata Bala Wing, Govardhana Wing, Ashwini's Wing, Narada Wing, Kautilya Wing, Veda Vyasa Wing, Nalanda Wing, and Sanjaya Wing. Finally, coming back to the members involved in our organization, we have doctors, healthcare workers, teachers, students, and people from every single occupation available, aiming at working together and bringing forward the true essence of Bharat and her traditions. So, all those who fit under these categories are welcomed with honor and privilege. Now, I'd like to introduce our guest, Mrs. Vaidya Ranjana, ma'am. She is currently working as an assistant professor in the Department of PG Studies in Agada Tantra, STMCA, Udupi. Completed UG in STM College of Ayurveda Hassan. She is also completed PG in STM College of Ayurveda, Udupi, Karnataka. She is also a fourth rank holder in university level MD, final year examination in Agada Tantra, Evam Vidhi Vaidyaka speciality. A dissertation work titled An Experimental Study on the Antidote Effect of Changeri or Oxalis corniculata, Swarasa in Datura or Datura material induced toxicity is one of her very great work. She has also published 4 articles and has attended many national and international conferences and awarded the best poster presentation and paper presentation. Thank you for joining us, ma'am. I would like to hand over this platform to you now.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. So today we are dealing with the 9th syllabus point, that is in part A, Jangam Visha. So in Jangam Visha, it includes Sarpa Visha, Keeta Visha, Luta Visha, Vrishchika Visha, and Alarka Visha. Okay. So we'll start with the definition of Agatantra. We all know the definition of Agatantra as Agatantra Nama Sarpa Keeta Luta Mooshika Dasha Visha Vyanjanartham Vivida Visha Samyoga Upashamanartham cha. So here the definition given by Acharya Susruta. So here itself gave importance to Jangam Visha because in definition itself he includes Sarpa Keeta Luta Mooshika etc. Okay, so we all know mainly two main classification of Visha is the Jangam Visha. So, in according to Ashtanga Gara, that is according to Ashtanga Hridaya, he classified of Visha. See what and all chapters include Jangam Visha. Susruta Kalpasthana, 5 chapters, that is 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th, and 8th chapters includes Jangam Visha reference, and Ashtanga Sangraha Uttarasthana, 6 chapters includes Jangam Visha reference, and Ashtanga Hridaya Uttarasthana, 3 chapters, that is 36 to 38 chapters include Jangam Visha reference. And as I already told, classification of Visha mainly Stavra and Jangama, and in Ashtanga Gara, that is Vagbhadacharya classified Visha into Kritrima and Akritrima. In Akritrima variety, Jangama Visha is included. And Jangama Visha is also known as Damshtra Visha and Pranija Visha. And animate poison, it is having animal origin, and it includes Sarpa, Keeta, Luta, Undura, Vrishchika, Jaloga, etc. So here again, students will make a mistake, that is Damshtra and Damshta. Okay, Damsha is a bite and Damshtra is fangs. So don't get confused with these two terms. Damshtra is fangs and Damsha is bite. Okay, don't get confused with these things. And next, the Surupa of Jangam Visha. So Surupa means we can tell it as definition of Jangam Visha. So Sarpadi Jantu Prabhavam Visham, Jangamam Visham. Okay. So Sarpadi, here Sarpadi includes Sarpa, etc. So Sarpa, Luta, Vrishchika, everything is included in Sarpadi. So Sarpadi Jantu Prabhavam, which make, that is animal origin poison, is considered as Jangam Visha. And Sarpa Ludari Damshtrasu Darunam Jangam Visha. Again, same meaning, Sarpa Ludari. It includes Sarpa, Luta, Vrishchika, everything. Okay. So, again, Jangam Visha Pragara, Sarpa, Keeta, Luta, Vrishchika, everything is included in Jangam Visha. And mainly, the main important point, that is Adhisthana of Jangam Visha. In Vaiva, it is very, very important. And according to Susruta, 16 Adhishthanas are explained for Jangam Visha. And according to Ashtanga Sangraha, 16 Adhishthanas. And according to Ashtanga Hridaya and Charakajarya, only one Adhisthana mentioned for Jangam Visha, that is Damshtra. That is fangs. So, we will see what are those 16 Adhishthanas, that is Drishti, Nishwasa, Damshtra, Lakha, Mutra, Purisha, Shukra, Lala, Atava, Mukasandamsha, Vishaddhita, Tunda, Asti, Pitta, Shuga, Shava. Okay, so these 16 Adhishthanas explained by Susrutacharya and Ashtanga Sangraha. So Vishagati, Jangamansya, Athobhagam. So it will move downwards. Stavara will move upwards. Okay, so Jangamansya, Athobhagam. So it is having downward movement. And this is very important, the Samanya Lakshana of Jangam Visha. So if you know this sloga, you can quote in any 10 marks questions of Jangam Visha in introduction part. So coming slides, I will tell you how you have to write Jangam Visha question in 10 marks. So if you know this sloga, Nidra Tantram Kamam Daham Sapagam Loma Harshanam Shofam Chaivadi Saram Cha Janayet Jangamam Visham. So these and all the Samanya Lakshana of Jangam Visha. So if you know this sloga, you can quote in introductory part of 10 marks, that is long essay examination. Okay. So classification mainly for classification Jalayaja, Andaja, Swedaja, Udbija or Vadaja, Pitaja, Kapaja and Sannipadaja. And the main important part of Jangam Visha is Sarpa. So repeated questions came from this part, Sarpa Visha. So Darvigara Sarpa, Mandali Sarpa, Rajimanda Sarpa and Vega Lakshanas, Samanya Lakshanas. Okay, so Chikitsa of Darvigara. So repeated questions came from this Sarpa part of Jangam Visha. So we all know mainly the Sarpa is classified into two varieties, that is Bhauma Sarpa and Divya Sarpa. So Bhauma Sarpas again is classified into 5 varieties, that is Darvikara Sarpa, Mandali Sarpa, Rajimanda Sarpa, Nirvisha Sarpa, Vaikaranja or Vaikaranjottara. Okay, so Darvikara are 26 in number, Mandali are 22 in number, Rajimanda 10 in number and Nirvisha 12 in number, Vaikaranja is 10 in number. Okay, so as a whole, total it is 18 number. Bhauma Sarpas are 18 number. So 5 varieties of Bhauma Sarpa, it's very important. So in exam, they repeatedly ask the classification of Sarpa. Okay, so Darvikara, Mandali, Rajimanda, Nirvisha, Vaikaranja. Okay, you have to remember the number of Sarpas also. Again, Divya Sarpa is innumerable and 16 in number according to Visha Narayaniya book. It is a Malayalam book, Visha Narayaniya. So according to that book, it is 16 in number and according to other authors, it is innumerable. And again, Keeta, its total number is 67. That is, it is mainly for varieties Vadaja, Pitaja, Kafaja, Sannipadaja. Again, it is called as Vadaja, Agni, Apya and Prananasha. And Vadaja are 18 in number, Pitaja 24 in number, Kafaja 13 in number, Sannipadika 12 as total 67. And Vrishchika, Mandavisha, Madhyavisha and Mahavisha. So Madhyamavishas are 12 in number, Madhyamavishas are 3 in number and Mahavishas are 15 in number. Total 30 varieties of Vrischchikas are present. And Luta, total number according to Susruta Kalpasana 16, that is Kritra Sadhya and Asadhya. Okay, so according to the Sadhyasadhyata of Luta Visha, Ajarya Susrajaya classified Luta Visha into Kritra Sadhya and Asadhya. It is Kritra Sadhya is 18 number and Asadhya is 18 number. And according to Dosha, 28 varieties of Luta Vishas are present. So Vadiga, Paidiga, Kafaja and Sannipadiga. Okay. So each 7 in number. And next, Mooshika, 18 mainly, 18 varieties of Mooshikas are explained in Samhitas. And Alarka Visha, there is no subtype for Alarka Visha. So now we will see some of the important questions which asked in previous question papers. Okay, previous exams. So we will discuss that question paper and we will see the pattern of writing the question. Okay, so pattern of writing the answer for that question. So first we will see the questions of Sarpa Visha. So these are all questions asked for long essay. So first question is classify Sarpa, explain Samanya Lakshana and Chikitsa of Mandali Sarpa. It's asked in March 2020 and May 2016. So first, for writing this answer, you should give an introduction part and contents and conclusion. Okay, whatever 10 marks question, long essay question, you can use this pattern. That is, first you can give an introduction part for that question and next you can go for the content and next the conclusion part. Okay, so introduction, what you have to write. So here for introduction, you can write what is Jangam Visha definition or Samanya Lakshana and reference of Sarpa Visha. What I told in first slides. So you can quote that things in introduction part. So whichever Jangam Visha, if they ask in 10 marks question, so in introduction part, you can fix this same content for every Jangam Visha condition. Okay, so Jangam Visha definition and Samanya Lakshana and reference of Sarpa Visha you can include in this. And if it is asked for Luta Visha, you can quote the Luta Visha reference in this. And if it is asked for Alarka Visha, you can quote Alarka Visha reference in introductory part. So next in content part, again you have to go to specific answer for the question. So here the question is classify Sarpa and explain Samanya Lakshana and Chikitsa of Mandali Sarpa. So first you have to classify the Sarpa. Okay. So here classification of Sarpa, as I told, broad classification it is Bauma and Divya. Okay. So Bauma and Divya. In that again Divya Sarpas are innumerable in number and 16 in number according to Visha Narayaniyam, and Bauma Sarpas 5 and total number 80. Dharmikara, Mandali, Rajamanda, Nirvisha and Vaikaranja. Dharmikara are 26 in number, Mandali 22 in number, Rajamanda 10 in number and Nirvisha 12, Vaikaranja 10. And again Varna Bhedana. According to Varna Bheda, it is Brahman Sarpa, Kshatriya Sarpa, Vaishya Sarpa and Shudra Sarpa. Okay. So based on gender or Linga Bhedana, again it is classified into Purusha, Stri and Napumsaka. Purusha Sarpa, Stri Sarpa and Napumsaka Sarpa. Okay. So in classification of Sarpa, if they ask for long essay, you have to include these all points. That is broad classification into Divya and Bhauma. And again, Bhauma Sarpa classified into 5 varieties: Dharmikara, Mandali, Rajimanda, Nirvisha and Vaikaranja or Vaikaranja. And you have to write the number of Sarpas also. Okay, number of Sarpas also. And again, second classification of Sarpa is Varna Vedana. So it includes Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. You don't want to write in detail about these things. If it is specific only classification of Sarpa for 10 marks, you have to write all details of these things. If it is combined with any other question, like as I told here, it is classification of Sarpa and Mandali Sarpa mainly in question. So here you just have to mention these points. Okay. So based on gender or Linga Bhedana, it is Purusha, Stri and Napumsaka. So now we are going to next part of our question. That is, we already finished the classification of Sarpa. So Samanya Lakshanas of Mandali Sarpa. So before going in specific with the Mandali Sarpa Samanya Lakshana, you have to mention what is Mandali Sarpa and how many numbers of Mandali Sarpas are there, and some of the features of Mandali Sarpa, how we can identify a Mandali Sarpa. That is Abhoga, it is not having hood, and Vividha Chitra, different kinds of circular patches are present, and Prithava Sharira,
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am, can you hear me?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Is it audible now? Hello.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we can hear you now, ma'am.
Okay. From which part it is got disconnected?
Ma'am, it has been a long time now. By I think like 10
Sorry,
minutes,
I didn't.
nothing we could.
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice that one.
No, ma'am, no
I was
problem, ma'am.
just changing that slides, right?
Yes,
So wait
ma'am.
1 minute. I'll just connect the slides are visible now.
Not yet, ma'am. Could you share it? Have you shared the slides?
I'm trying. Now it is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So from where it got missed, you know?
Yes, ma'am. Around here, like next slide.
From second
Next.
question.
I think the next to next slide. Yes, ma'am. After this.
Vega and Lakshana.
Yes, ma'am. Here.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So sorry.
It's okay. I didn't notice that one, sorry.
No
So
problem, ma'am.
here
No problem.
again, so we will continue. Vegansara Lakshana and Chikitsa of Darbigara Sarpa. We already explained in first slide. Second question. So describe in detail about snakes is Visha Lakshanas, Marega Matra according to Ayurveda and modern with management. So in this question,
you can write about snakes and about Sarpa also. Okay, so it's for 10 marks. So you have to write Ayurvedic portion and modern portion of different, classification of Sarpa and classification of snakes. Okay, so in Ayurveda, first you can write in Ayurveda classification of Sarpa. So mainly Divya and Bhauma. In Bhauma Sarpas, Darvigara, Mandali, Rajimanda, Vaikaranja is included. So you have to give a short note about each Sarpa. Darvigara Sarpa, some features of Darvigara Sarpa, Mandali Sarpa, and Rajimanda Sarpa, and Vaikaranja. Okay, and next you have to write the Chikitsa part of Sarpas. Darvigara Sarpa Chikitsa, Mandali Sarpa Chikitsa, and Rajimanda Sarpa Chikitsa, and Vaikaranja. Okay, so in modern part, based on type of venom, you can write the classification. That is neurotoxic, hemotoxic, and myotoxic. Neurotoxic include krait and cobra venom, and hemotoxic viper, and myotoxic sea snakes. Okay, so based on this type of classification, you can write the classification of snake, or type based on the family also, Elapidae, Viperidae, like that. If you know that terms, you can write based on the family classification of snake. You can include classification of snake. Okay, next management antivenom therapy. In modern concept, antivenom therapy is used for treatment of snake bite. So antivenom therapy, again, you can before writing the antivenom therapy, you have to write first line of treatment. Okay, when the patient comes to your clinic, or when he approach you, first line of treatment, how you will manage the patient. Okay, you have to include that points in first paragraph. And next, main management of snake bite is antivenom therapy. So in antivenom therapy, you can include what is antivenom therapy, and what is indication and contraindication of antivenom therapy, method of preparation of antivenom, and route of administration. So in detail, you can write about antivenom therapy. Okay, so what and all points should include in antivenom therapy, I will explain in next slides. So next question, classify Sarpa, explain Samanya Lakshana and Chikitsa of Darvigara Sarpa. Same thing we explained in previous slides. So by this, you know the Darvigara Sarpa, Sarpa Samanya Lakshana or Vega Lakshana or Chikitsa is repeatedly asked in every year. Okay, in every year question, the Darvigara Sarpa, one question is sure. Okay. So next we will see what are short essays in previous examination paper. Describe the types of snake bite according to different acharyas. So Sarpa Damsha Pragara. It is Sarpa Damsha Pragara. Sorry, here I missed one term. So here Maraga Matra is there in question. So Maraga Matra means it is fatal dose. Okay. Maraga Matra is fatal dose. So here you have to include fatal dose of snakes also. Cobra venom fatal dose, viper fatal dose, and great fatal dose. Like that, you have to include the fatal dose of each snakes. Okay, that is Maraga Matra according to Ayurveda modern. In Ayurveda, there is no specific Maraga Matra. In modern, you can include the fatal dose of snakes. So short essays describe the types of snake bite according to different acharyas. So this is Sarpadamsha Pragaras according to different acharyas. Here, according to Susracharya and according to Vagbhadacharya, you can include the terms. And according to Susracharya, mainly three types are explained: Sarpida, Radita, and Nirvisha. And according to Vagbhadacharya, Tundahada, Vyalida, Vyalupta, Dashtaka, and Nashtadibidita. Okay, so here, if you know the sloga, it's better. You can write the sloga in each term. First, you can write according to Susracharya, and you can write Sarpida. So if you know the sloga, you can write the sloga and give an explanation for that sloga. And next is Radita, and next is Nirvisha. Okay, like that, according to Vagbhadacharya, you can explain Tundahada, Vyalida, Vyalupta, Dashtaka, Dashtanibita. So Tundahada, Itra Lala Parikreda, Matra Gatra Padishyade. Okay, so like that, you can write the slogas and you can give an explanation for that sloga. And when you write this sloga with explanation, it can cover 5 marks question. Okay, so you should by heart the slogas because according to Vagpadacharya, it is easy to by heart that slogas. It is one line sloga. So if you by hearted that sloga, it's better. So next question, write about Mandali, Sarpa Visha, Lakshanas and Chikitsa. Again, this one we explained in first question. So Mandali Sarpa, Visha Lakshanas here. You have to write Samanya Lakshana of Mandali Sarpa and Vega Lakshanas of Mandali Sarpa and Chikitsa of Mandali Sarpa. So next is antivenom therapy. So in this question for 5 marks, you have to include what is antivenom. So what do you mean by antivenom and varieties? There are two main varieties of antivenom, that is monovalent and polyvalent antivenom, and method of preparation, how it is prepared. Okay, so you have to inject it in horse body and you have to prepare the antivenom. Okay, if you read the Shobha Bhatt ma'am book, you will get the answer for this method of preparation of antivenom. And route of administration, how you have to administer, intradermal, intramuscular, or how IV. Okay, so how long you have to administer the antivenom. So indication and contraindications of antivenom. So in which and all condition you are indicating the antivenom and which and all condition it is contraindicated. So how long you have to administer the antivenom. So these all points you should include in a 5 marks question of antivenom. Okay. So if I go through each point with the details, it will take a long time to finish these topics. So just I am giving a subtopic, that is some titles which have to include in the questions, sorry, answers. Okay, so if you have more doubt on this, you can contact me. So write about Darvigara Sarpa Visha Vegas and Chikitsa, Darvigara Sarpa Visha and Chikitsa. So you know, as we discussed up to this, so almost all questions include Darvigara Sarpa Visha Lakshana, Sarpa Visha Vega Chikitsa, Vega Lakshanas, okay, and Mandali also. Mandali Sarpa Visha Vega Lakshana, Sarpa Samanya Lakshana, and Chikitsa. Okay, so if you know full, that is complete, if you have complete knowledge about Darvigara Sarpa and Mandali Sarpa, you can cover the Jangam Visha almost. Okay, so it is repeated question. Darvigara Sarpa and Mandali Sarpa is a repeated question in third BMS question paper. So you can cover Lakshanas and Chikitsa of Darvigara, Mandali and Rajyamanta, and you have to by heart the slogas of Darvigara, Mandali and Rajyamanta. So next is Sarpanga Bheda. Sarpanga Bheda is a term explained by Susudacharya mainly. So he explained it after the Sarpadamsha Pragaras. Okay, the 3 varieties of Sarpadamsha Pragaras, Sarpita, Radita, Nirvisha he explained. So after that he explained one more variety, that is Sarpanga Bheda. But here there is no history of bite. Okay, here don't get confused with Sarpadamsha Sarpanga Bheda and Sarpadamsha. This. Aharartham Bhayad Bhadasparshad Adivishat Krutaha. So don't get reasons for Sarpadamsha. Okay, so don't get confused with this Aharartham Bhayad Padasparshad Adivishat Krutaha. Paba Vritataya Vairadya Devarshriyama Chodanat. Okay, so I saw so many students will get confused with these two terms, Sarpanga Abhihada and reasons for Sarpadamsha. Okay, so don't get confused. Sarpanga Abhihata is a entirely different one, and these and all reasons why the Sarpa get Sarpa bites Ahara for the Ahara, Bayad because of Baya, Pada Sparshad because of touching the, if when it we touches the Sarpa with our Pada. Okay, so like that, these and all the reasons why the snake bites. So Sarpanga Bheda is a entirely different one. Here, the almost all signs and symptoms are same as Sarpadamsha. Okay, how the signs and symptoms will be present in a Sarpadamsha case. So same signs and same features will be present in Sarpanga Bheda also. But here there is no history of Sarpadamsha. here because of the baya, the vada will get aggravated in the body of the person, and it will show the signs and symptoms. Because of that vada aggravation, there will be signs and symptoms. Okay, so here the treatment of Sarpanga Bheda, Ashwasana and all is explained here. So if they ask 5 marks question for Sarpanga Bheda, sloga with the explanation you have to give, and the Chikitsa sloga with the explanation you have to give in 5 marks. Okay, again here Jangam Visha. Jangam Visha also main important topic in Jangam Visha. Sorry, Sarpa Visha. And next, types of sarpas. So types of sarpas in first question I explained already. That is Divya and Bhauma sarpas, and Divya sarpa innumerable, Bhauma sarpas 18 number. So Darvikara Mandali Rajimanda Vaikaranja, like that you can explain. And snake venom composition. So the snake venom composition, if they ask, you can write these are combined with the enzymes and proteins. Okay, so here while before going directly into the question, you can write what is snake venom and which and all poisonous snakes, that and all you can include in an introductory part, and just you can write what and all proteins and enzymes which is included in snake venom. Okay, fibrinolysis, proteolysis, hemolysis, agglutinins, coagulase, phospholipase, neurotoxins, cholinesterase, thromboplastin, and cardiotoxin, hyaluronidase, and lecithinase. These are not main proteins and protein and enzymes included in snake venom. So if you know much, you can include much more. Okay. And next question is Vishamatra in Sarpa. Okay, these all questions are asked for 3 marks. Okay, these are not for 5 marks, just for 3 marks. So specific answer if you give is better. So Vishamatra, you can write quantity of poison. So the one drop fall from tail of cow dipped in water. So in left lower fang there will be one drop, that is 1 bindu, and in upper left double, and in lower left 3 times, and upper right 4 times. Okay, so here Vishamatra we can consider as fatal dose also. So here you can include it as Vishamatra as fatal dose of cobra venom, viper venom, and crate venom in second paragraph. Okay, first you have to quote these answers, and in second paragraph you can write fatal dose of these 3 poisonous venom, poisonous snake also. So by this we discussed the Sarpa Vishas main questions. So next we will move to Vrishchika Visha. Vrishchika Visha questions. So there was 10 marks question for Vrishchika Visha. It is repeatedly asked in 4 years, 5 years. So when writing about Vrishchika Visha, first you have to include origin of Vrishchika Visha. You can, as I told in first question, you can include an introductory part where the Vrishchika Visha is explained in Samhitas, and if you know the Jangama Visha Samanya Lakshana, you can include that also in introductory part. And next in content part, again origin of Vrishchika Visha you can include. That is Gavadi Shagrut Kodha Dagda Dagda Dashtadi Kodadaha Sarva Kodashcha Samputa Manda Madhya Mahavisha. So here in this sloga, if you know this sloga, both origin of Vrishchika Visha is also included, and classification of Vrishchika Visha also included in this sloga. Okay, this Ashtangradya Uttaratantra 37th chapter, 7th.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, origin of Vrishchika Visha. If you know that sloka, you can explain the things. Okay. Next, classification also Mahavisha, Madhyamavisha, Mandavisha, and signs and symptoms. And if you want, if you know the classification based on doshas, you can include that also Vadaja, Pitaja, Kaphaja, and Sanyapadaja. Okay. So next the signs and symptoms of each one. That is Mandamavisha Vrischika, Mahavisha Vrischika, and Madhyamavisha Vrischika and Mahavisha Vrischika. So signs and symptoms and features of each one you have to write. And first Mandavisha Vrischika, 12 in number, originate from putrefied cow dung or rotten substance. That is Krishna Shava, Karbura, Panduvarna, Gomutrava. These
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you saying something?
hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You're not getting not audible.
Now you're audible, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Vrishchika Visha, origin and classification mainly Mandavisha, Madhyamavisha, and Mahavisha. Signs and symptoms. Here you can include the features of Mandavisha, Madhyavisha, and Mahavisha. Okay, so Mandavisha you can include 12 in number, and it is having Shleta Udara and many parvas in tail region Pucha Pradesha, and it is originated from Gavashagat. Okay, so it is putrefied rotten egg or putrefied bodies of cow. So it is originating from these things. So you can include these all points in Mandavisha. Okay, in Madhyamisha, again, three types are there. So it is originating from Kashteshtika Udbhavam. So in putrefied wood or and bricks. Okay, from this the origin of Madhyamavisha Vrischchikas are there. And again, it is having Rektodara. Okay, so these all features you can include in Madhyamavisha, and Mahavisha again it is Sarpa Kodothavam, that is putrefied bodies of Sarpas. The Mahavisha Vrischchikas are originating. Okay, so now you can write the specific signs and symptoms of each Vrischchika. Specific signs and symptoms of Mandamavisha, Madhyamavisha, and Mahavisha. So Mahavisha, as I told, Sarpa Kodotbhava, it is originating from Sarpa Koda, that is dead bodies, putrefied dead bodies of Sarpa. So it is having almost all signs and symptoms similar to the Sarpa. And that line of treatment of Sarpa is used for Tishna Visha, that is Mahavisha Vrishchika. Okay, so if they ask Vrishchika for 10 marks, you can write all these points: origin, classification, signs and symptoms, specific signs and symptoms, and treatment of Vrishchika Visha. Each treatment, Madhyamavisha, Madhyamavisha, and Mahavisha. Okay, signs and in signs and symptoms, you can include Vrishchikasya Visham Tishnam Ado Dahadi Vanhivat Urdham Arohadi Shipram Damshe Paschatu Tishtadi. So here in this sloka, if you know this sloka, you can write the Samprapti. As Samprapti, you can write the sloka. Okay, Vrishchikasya Visham Tishnam Ado Dahadi Vanhivat. Okay, it will make the burning sensation as it is Vanhivat, burning from a fire. Okay, Urdhamarohadi Shipram Damshe, sorry, Urdhamarohadi Shipram Damshe Paschat Tishtadi. Okay, so first it will move upward, Arohadi, and then it will come and settle in Damsha Pradesha. The pain will be moving upward first. The pain will radiate upwards and then it will stay in Damsha Pradesha. Okay. So like this, you can write the Samprapti of Vrishchika Visha and then you can move to signs and symptoms and specific signs and symptoms and treatment. Okay. So next is Luta Visha. Luta Visha Samanya Lakshanas. And so these all questions repeatedly they ask in 4-5 years. Okay, so here also in Luta Visha, you can explain the Utpatti of Luta Visha. Okay, in Utpatti of Luta Visha, there are three, two stories and one more from Vishana. Okay, from one Vasishtasya Laladacha. So Vishwamitrasya Rutasya Vasishtasya Laladacha. From the forehead of Vasishta. The sweat which came from the forehead of Vasishta, who angered by Vishwamitra is turned as Lutas. Okay, first Utpatti of Luta, and second Utpatti of Luta is from the Khandavana when it got burned. The sparkles which came from the Asura's body, it termed as Luta, and third from the Vishana which gets spota. That spota is considered as Luta. Okay, these three Utpatti you can include in Utpatti of Luta Visha. Okay, so next in Luta Visha you can go for Samanya Lakshana of Luta Visha. In the classification of Luta Visha, Susudacharya classified Kritra Sadhya and Asadhya according to the Sadhyasadhyata of Luta Visha. So Kritra Sadhya and Asadhya each having 18 number. So total 16 number of Luta Vishas as explained by Susudacharya, and according to Ashtangagara, it is Vadaja, Pittaja, Kaphaja and Sannibhadada, each 7 in number. So 28 varieties of Lutas are explained by Ashtangagara. And next Samanya Lakshana of Luta Visha. Luta Damshastu, Dadru Mandala Sannibam, Sido Asido, Pida Irunashava, Mrudurunnada. So that sloga, if you know it's better, you can write that sloga and you can give an explanation for that sloga. That is Samanya Lakshana of Luta Visha. Okay. So next, if you know the Vadaja, Pittaja, Kaphaja, Sannibhadaja Lakshanas of Luta Visha, you can write that Lakshanas also in this. So here in second question, Luta Visha Samanya Lakshana, it is specific question. So you have to write the Samanya Lakshana only in this part. Okay. So they may ask the Dinanusara Lakshanas of Luta Visha also. So Dinanusara Lakshanas of Luta Visha means in each Dina, that is in first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day. Like that in each day the Lakshanas, which and all Lakshanas will show in Luta Visha, Luta Damsha or Luta bite. So these Lakshanas also explained in Samhita. So you have to write the specific answer. If they ask specifically Dinanusara Lakshanas of Luta Visha, you have to write the specific thing in that part. Okay. And here I missed one thing, the Adhishtanas of Luta Visha. Okay, you have to write the Adhishtanas of Luta Visha is very, very important in this part. So Adhishtanas of Luta Visha also you have to by heart the sloga. Okay. So next in this part, Chikitsa of Luta Visha. Chikitsa of Luta Visha. 10 Dashavida Upakramas are explained for only for Luta. 10 Upakramas are explained mainly. So Nasyanjana, Abhyanjana. So that sloga you have to by heart, and it is very important in Viva also. They may ask the question from this part. Dashavida Upakramas of Luta Visha. So Adhishtanas of Luta Visha, Dashavida Upakramas of Luta Visha, Utpatti of Luta Visha. These and all main Viva questions. And in for 3 months also Utpatti of Luta Visha or Samanya Lakshana of Luta Visha. These and all questions will come. Okay. So as I told, Utpatti of Luta Visha, Vishwamitraya Rushtasya, Vasishtasya Laladaja, Swedalesha Smrada Luta, Lune Ye Padidastrane. Okay, so this is one utpatti. And next, Khandave Dahyamanana Masuranam Charirataha Yes Pudilinka Vinishche Kejana. Okay, and next, Anne Vadandi Buktasya Dushtasya Annasya Murchanat Sambhavandi Vishaspoda Ye Ludaha. So these Vishaspodas are considered as Luda. Second one in Gandavana when it burned. So the sparks which came from the body of Asuras is considered as Luda. First Vishwamitra Rushtasya because of the anger, the sweat which is came from the Vasishtasya Laladaja, the forehead of Vasishta Maharshi. So which came from the forehead. So it fall down in Padita Trine, grass. Okay, fall down in grass. So it turned as Lutas. So these three upattis are very important for writing exam also, for Viva also. And again classification Kritya Sadhya Asadhya and based on Suruba. 4 varies. Vadaja, Pitaja, Kafaja, Sanibaja, total 28 in number. So Visha Prabhava, based on Visha Prabhava also classification is there. That is again Mandavisha, Madhyavisha and Mahavisha. Okay. And Adhishtana, Samanya Lakshana, Dinanusara Lakshana, Chikitsa, Dashimita Chikitsa also you have to include in Luta Visha. If the question is only Luta Visha, you have to include all these points. Okay. So next one is Alarka Visha. Alarka Visha, it's also a repeated question. So when we consider all these questions, we can understand that Jangam Visha is having very important in theory exam for part A and in part A. So many questions repeatedly they ask from Jangam Visha portion. So you have to carefully read the each and all points, and you have to by heart the slogas. If you by heart the slogas, it will be very easy to write in exam. Okay, so you manage your time also. You can write the slogan and same terms what is there in that slogan, Sanskrit terms, you can write down and you can explain the things. Okay, you will get a continuation for your answer if you know the slogan. Okay, so next is Alarka Visha. So here also again Nidana and Lakshana of Alarka Visha they asked it separate, and Jalasandrasa the term which is included in Alarka Visha, and Alarka Visha Vishesha Chikitsa. Okay, here Alarka Visha Vishesha Chikitsa is Sharapunga Prayoga. So in Alarka Visha again you have to include the points like Alarka Visha affected animal signs and symptoms. Okay, Shuna Sleshmol Bana Dosha, Sanya Sanya Vahasritam, Ushnandam Gurvadeshopam, Daduna Madidarunam, Lalamananda Badreha, Sarvadaso Abhidavadi, Srasta Pucha Anuskanda, Siroduki Nadananam. So this slogan, if you know, you can quote here. So this include the Samprapti also. Okay, how the Alarka Visha forms. So that Samprapti also explained in Shuna/Molbana dosha. Okay, when it got Sanyam Sanyavahasridam, it will asrita in Sanyavahasrodas. Okay, and with this it will make the signs and symptoms. So you can include this slogan here and you can explain the things. And next, animals included. That is the animals which causes the Alarka Visha. So you have to add the Srikala, what Shuna, that is Shwa, that is dog. Okay, Srikala, that and all you can Vyagra. So these all animals which makes Alarka Visha, you can include this in this heading. So Savisha Nirvisha Lashanas, Kandu Nistoda Vivarna, Sutikleda Jurabrama, Vidaha Raga Rukpaga, Kleda Grandi Vikunjanam. So this sloga you can include here, Savisha Nirvisha Lashana. Okay. So Vibaridam to Nirvisha. So here the Nirvisha is having Vibarida Lashana. Savisha is Kandu Nistoda Vivarnya. So all Vibarida Lashana, opposite Lashana of this thing is included in Nirvisha Lashana of Alarka Visha. Okay. So next one is Jalasantrasa. Jalasantrasa. Again, the specific term which is explained in Alarka Visha. So in modern concept, we can consider it as hydrophobia, fear towards the water. Okay, so Jalasandrasa, if you know the slogan, It is very important. Now the time is limited, so I think only 10 days remaining for your exam. So I am telling, if you can by heart all these slogas. Otherwise, you just understand the Ayurvedic terms at least. You understand the Ayurvedic terms which is explained in the Samhitas. Don't whenever you are reading the slogas, you just refer the Samhita also together. Okay, so if you, some but printing mistake will be there in author's book. Okay, so if you, when you will refer the Samhitas, you will get correct explanation for TK explanation for your slogas. Okay, you can understand the slogas easily. So Jalasandrasa, again you have to write the sloga and you have to explain the things. And Jalasandrasa, the question they ask separately for 3 marks also, short answer also. So if you know the sloga, it is better. So next, Asadhya Lakshanas. What and all Asadhya Lakshanas of Alarka Visha and Chikitsa next. Next, Chikitsa. So Purana Sarpipana. Okay, Virejana with Tarkashira. So all these things you have to include in Chikitsa, and the main Vishesha Chikitsa of Alarka Visha is Sharapunga Prayoga. So Sharapunga Prayoga, Mulasya Sharapungaya, Karsham Datura Gadikam. Okay, so these things also, the explanation of Sharapunga Prayoga, you should know. Sharapunga Prayoga only, that is Alarka Visha Vishesha Chikitsa, only they can ask for 5 marks or 3 marks. Okay, so it is very, very important. So you have to read this part carefully. Next, Mushika Visha Lakshana, once they asked in 2016, Jayande Grande Shofa, Karniga Mandalanicha, Pidagoba Jay Chogro, Visarpa Kidipanicha, Parvabeda rejects Tivra, Murcha, Anga Satanam Juraha, Daurbelia Maruji Shwaso, Vamathur, Loma Harshanam. So this sloga, if you know, you can write the Mushika Visha Lakshana. So if you didn't by heart this sloga, just remember the terms. That is Grandhaya, Jayande Grandhaya. That is Grandhi Janma will be there, Shofa will be there, Karniga Mandalanicha. Karniga formation will be there and Mandala Griti will be there. And Pidago, Ubajaya, Ugro, Visarpa. Okay, there will be Pidago Ubajaya. There will be Pidaga formation in that area. And Visarpa will be there. Kidipanicha. Kidipa formation will be there. Sorry, Kidipa Kushtata like of formation will be there. Parva Bheda. Okay, Ruja, Tivra Ruja. That is Ruja Tivra is Tivra Ruja will be there. Morcha, Anga Sadhana, Jwara, Daurbalya, Ruji. So if you don't know the sloga, you just remember the Sanskrit term. You remember the Ayurvedic terms which is explained in Samhitas. Okay, so I think almost all part I completed covered in this Jangam Visha part. So it is a vast subject we can't cover in 1 hour. Okay, so just I gave an I gave an idea how you have to write, how you have to present in a exam. Okay, if you get a question, I explained some model question which was there in previous question paper. So I just gave an idea how you have to present. Okay, if you get a question like this, how you have to present. So if we are going through each point and if we are going through the explanation of each point, it won't finish with 10 days also. Okay, so if you are getting any doubts, if you are getting any points, if you want any points clarification, you can contact me and you can ask the clarification for that question. Okay, so I think by this I almost all things I covered. So any doubts or may I stop?
Sorry, ma'am, what?
So can we stop or any doubts?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much. Please start it.
Okay, so if you are having any doubts on this topic, I know I didn't cover everything. So As I told, we can't cover all things in Jangama Visha in one single class. Okay. So I gave just an idea about these things. How you have to approach an exam with the Jangama Visha topic. Okay. So I think thank you Panchajanya team for giving an opportunity for this online class. Thank you so much. So
Thank
I
you so
think we
much.
can wind up.
Thank you so much for taking time off your busy schedule and being such a helpful resource for all. Thank you so much. Really sorry for all the technical difficulties. Hope you had a great time as well. Thank you so much. It was very
Thank you
helpful.
so much.